What's going on, guys? Heath Shankles here, Freedom Marketer. So I'm shooting this video outside, so maybe there's not too much wind, and there's a neighbor over here like lawn mowing and stuff. So anyways, so I told you I'd make a video on like if you're a wholesaler, who to call and what to say when you call somebody if you're a wholesaler. I've done quite a few wholesale deals. I'm a realtor now. I do a lot of listing and selling houses that way through the MLS, but trust me, I know how to get a wholesale deal, and the whole evaluation process is different. Okay, if you're looking to take a listing versus wholesaling a house, a realtor is looking to drive the price up and get the seller as much as possible for the property, where, you know, as a wholesaler, you're looking to drive the price down as much as you can. You want to get it on the low, like as cheap as you can, you know, that way you can assign the property to someone, you know, get your fee, you know, your finder's fee. So all right, I'm gonna get right to it. So who you want to call, which a lot of this stuff you guys may already know, but I'm just telling you, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So you want to call absentee owners, probate leads, for sale by owners, and then you get into like the tax liens, pre-foreclosure, stuff like that, the specialty list sort of stuff. And if you don't know where to go to get all these lists, and I can make a video on how to pull the list if you need me to, or if you want me to, you can go to PropStream. It's like $100 a month, or you can go to what is it, REI Automator, which is Sean Terry's company or whatever. But REI Automator is the same thing as PropStream, and they're both like right around $100 a month. Okay, and then you got to pay for the skip tracing, which is around 12 cents, unless you pay the little extra fee every month, which I think makes it go to $150 a month. Then it's like 10 cents per skip trace lead. Anyways, guys, the point is, there is no perfect list to pull, okay? It is a numbers game. So if you make a lot of calls every morning, I promise you, pick a list. Just pick an absentee owner list for whatever county you want to go after. It doesn't matter. It can be close to home, it can be far away from where you live, it doesn't matter. Just pick a list and you just call, man. And if you'll go through enough numbers every day, I promise you that you will run into a lead, and you'll get another lead and another lead, and then eventually you're going to find somebody who wants to sell right here, right now. And when you do, that's when you set an appointment. And after you set the appointment, you go out there, you talk to them, and you just got to hope and pray that they're willing to take a low enough price on the property, and that the house isn't garbage. You know, some of these houses I run into when wholesaling are like, they're really ready to be tear downs already, okay? So they may not be salvageable. You know, you may not be able to really wholesale that. It may be better for someone to just come and bulldoze it down and then let someone buy the land, okay? So just be careful about properties still being able to be salvaged, and it is a numbers game. Go through as many people as you can calling, and get through your dials as fast as you can every day, okay? All right, and I told you guys I would give you like basically my script for whenever I call to do wholesale deals, okay? So you can switch this up a little bit if you want to for absentee owners, like I said, probates, FSBOs, all these different people. You can switch it up how you want for whatever's like fits your accent and fits like something that you would say. You just want to make sure it doesn't sound like you're reading a script. Make sure it sounds like you would normally talk, okay, like a normal phone call, or else they're going to hang up on you or get pissed off and not going to want to deal with it. So here's my script, basically, okay? Just going to read it off here. I wrote it down. Hey, is this Jim? You know, and usually they're like, yes, and this is after you've skip traced the list, and you already know the owner's name is Jim. So you just say, hey, is this Jim? Yes. Hey, Jim, this is Heath Shankles. I live down the road a ways from a property I've seen, 123 Main Street. Do you still happen to own that? Okay, and because you always have to verify that they're the owner first, okay, because you got to make sure you're not talking to the brother, sister, ex-wife, ex-husband, because when you run these skip traces, a lot of times it will connect you with someone in that family that is not, it's not the owner, okay? So make sure you're talking to the owner first, and that a lot of times these lists, they'll say that these lists are very up to date, and they're not. A lot of times they've already sold it, or they're renting it out to somebody or whatever. Just the situation changes, and you just got to find out what's going on and make sure that they are the owner. Okay, so first, you know, you ask them, is this Jim? I seen the property. Do you still happen to own it? And then you say, okay, well, look, this is out of the blue. I just wondered if you had any interest in selling that property now or anytime in the future. Okay, and that's basically it. That's going to get you off and running. If you just make your calls and you hit big numbers, you make a lot of dials every morning, you will find someone who wants to sell, and you'll get appointments, and you will eventually do deals. But just remember, like, even if they don't want to sell right now, that's still a lead if they say yes, they want to sell anytime in the future. I don't care if it's 6 months or a year from now. Those checks are nice to get, especially whenever, like, you're in a slow period in the winter or whatever it is, and then you get a call out of the blue where someone's saying, hey, is this Heath? You're like, yeah. Like, you know, hey, this is Jim. You talked to me months ago, and I wasn't really planning on selling it at that time, but now I am. Or, hey, I'm ready to sell now, you know. And if you didn't follow up with them over the last 6 months or a year, you just hope they give you a call. But for you really good wholesalers out there, surely you have a killer follow-up game. And if you do, I'm sure it'll be no problem for you to follow up with these people. So just write them down. If they say they're not ready to sell right now, but they are in 6 months, write their name down and put next to it 6 months. And just follow up with them once every couple months or every few weeks. And I promise you're not going to get on their nerves. A lot of people think that if you cold call people that you're going to get on their nerves. The only people that you get on their nerves are people that are really, they got a lot going on in their life anyways, and they're probably rude to just about anybody that calls. So it's not just you, you know, because I make calls as a realtor also. And if you think they treat realtors any better, they don't. Like, they'll be rude either way. And people hate realtors and they hate wholesalers. Trust me. Like, and then there's realtors who hate wholesalers and wholesalers who hate realtors. Like, I've been on both sides of it, and I do both. And I'm like, real estate's real estate to me, man. It just depends on the owner and what their plans are, what their situation is, and if they have any interest in selling, and if they want to go the cash route and get a cash offer, you know, and close on the house in 14 days or less, or 7 days or less, you know, whatever your pitch is. If they want to do that, or if they want to get top dollar for it and the house is pretty nice, you know, and they want to put it on the MLS. So basically, that's it, guys. Like, that's the script. You just confirm that they're the owner, and then tell them, you know, you're just driving by the house, you've seen the house or whatever. Don't tell them you just pulled their name off a list. And a lot of times they will ask you also, you know, how'd you get my number? How'd you whatever? You just tell them you have some real estate software. Don't ever give out the name of your company that you have the list with. Like, don't ever say REI Automated or PropStream, because one, it says on the agreement when you sign up with them that they don't want you to do that, because they're not looking to get sued. Okay, so just look out for your company, and it comes off a lot better if you'll just say, I've got real estate software and I also look at the tax property records and stuff like that. And you can also tell them, well, I also go to the courthouse and pull records, like probate leads and stuff like that. And so, you know, however you want to tell them, I came across your information, and, you know, like I said, this is out of the blue, and I just want to know if you want to sell it now or anytime in the future. It's, you know, it's no big deal, you know, and that's it, guys. And just go through your numbers, and I promise you're going to be able to find deals. This works. It has always worked. It will always work. Wholesaling's not going anywhere. At worst case scenario, one day you may have to get a license. But, I mean, that's not too much to ask. Like, that's not too hard. I know a lot of people are afraid of getting the license or don't have the money or whatever. Like, look, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? So, if one day your state requires that you have to get a license, I mean, if I were you, I wouldn't give up. I would just do it, okay? But either way, whether you're cutting a commission check or you're getting an assignment fee, a check is a check. I mean, am I wrong? Like, do you want to make money or do you not? You know, you just have to ask yourself, are you serious about this? Do you want to make a lot of money? Then make your calls and go through your list And these lists are forever long, and it's not that expensive to get a very big list, okay? I promise you, like, you're gonna find somebody. Okay, and another tip, if you run into a list where it seems like everybody you call is being mean to you, being rude to you, and the list seems beat up, like a lot of people have already called it, maybe get out of that heavily populated area. Like, pull you a list from a smaller county or whatever, zip code. I've noticed, like, if I call anywhere in like Fulton County, like downtown Atlanta and all that, like those lists are fairly beat up. Like, there's a lot of people from California to New York, everywhere, calling Fulton County, you know, Atlanta, Georgia. Like, it's one of the first cities that pop in people's minds, and people all across the country think they're going to get a deal down south because of, oh, I don't think there'll be as many people calling here or whatever. Like, they are, and they're texting and they're calling every county and every state in this country, I promise you, because I've hit lists all over, and there's always some people who are like, are you the one that called the other day? Are you the one that texted the other day? And then a lot of times they get mad because they think you're the one that's already texted them 10 times or whatever. So you just have to deal with that. You just have to go through it. Don't ever let it get to you. It's nothing personal. And you're in sales now. If you do this for a living, you're in sales, and you just have to learn to deal with it. It's part of the job, man. So I wish you a lot of luck. I hope you're successful. I hope that you close a bunch of deals, man. And I hope that I've given you something here that will help you go out and make it happen. And please, guys, don't ever take the stuff I'm saying like it's too simple, because it's the basics and the simple stuff that trip people up and cause them to fail and not succeed. Remember, make your calls in the morning, and if you don't have an appointment this evening, just keep making calls all day. Do what you're supposed to do, control what you can control, and then I promise you good things will happen. But anyways, hopefully something in this helped you, okay? If it did, please just comment on this video, let me know. And if you have any questions or something you want me to make a video about instead of this, just ask me. I'm an open book, okay? So I give this stuff away for free, man. So, all right. Love you guys. Peace.